What's up, everybody? You're tuned in to the Daily Dose. I'm your host, J-Dub. I have a very special guest, Reverend Baker, down from the Fort Collins area, chilling at the Bijou Pad. We're dabbing it up. We're talking about T-shirts. We're talking about acquiring buildings for the church to set up. All kinds of cool stuff. I'll let him spill a little beans on that. I want to remind everybody real quick to stay positive, compliment people, smile. When you're doing that, negativity cannot breed. And with all positive thoughts, we get things accomplished. Remember to come out to the Happy Buddha Wellness Center and find the weed pimps. A bunch of pretty ladies, edibles, all kinds of glass products. But anyway, I'm going to warm up the nail for somebody. And real quick, I'll let Mr. Baker take over. Talk about a couple things real quick.
Down here from Green Faith Ministry up north by Fort Collins, checking out a nice church property. Big place to bring venue, cannabis-friendly kitchen, event center. Down here, thanks to Amendment 64, we'll be able to bring it to all the adults, not just red card holders.
Spread the faith a little further.
Oh yeah, we got about 3 other churches in the whole vicinity, so try to see if we can't green their faith a little while we're in the neighborhood.
Right.
It's our biggest mission, try to get all the churches to accept cannabis as part of their religion or society at least. Instead of sending people to rehab for something they actually preach.
Yeah, you got to realize this plant has multi-functions. It's not just attitude adjuster. It's not just a cash crop. It's not just one thing. It's like 800 things. You know, we're finding new uses every day for these things. We were just having a conversation about how we went from cinder blocks to hemp blocks, you know, and whatnot. So we got Pat over here again from Green Faith Ministry.
How is everybody?
Yep, we're hanging out, kicking out cancer shirt ideas and trying to lock down this building down here. And then another thing we're doing tomorrow.
Dabs with Dub.
Dome dabs with Dub.
Yeah.
Tomorrow at 7 o'clock, we are going to have Colorado Springs little smoke fest at a public place. So get a hold of me, Dustin, MMJ Farm, Rob Tillery. We'll get you that location. We've rented out a location to have a AJ-style hash party, vaporizers, whatnot. So there'll be a little bit of music, entertainment. So get a hold of us. Get down there. We'll rave style you in the front door, and we're going to discuss how we should do these events legally and make them bigger and bigger so that the community can see a positive impact from these kind of things.
Church, that's what we're hoping to.
Yep.
Told AJ we'll definitely sponsor meet and greets whenever he wants to do them.
Well, because that's the important part is the meet and greet aspect of it. Is a lot of these functions, industry mixers and whatnot, are a bunch of the same 10 people showing up in the room listening to each other talk all the time.
Right.
We need the public, and now it's available. So yeah, we're preaching to the choir a lot.
Reach all the society too. That's one thing I've noticed with the church type thing. We do the food bank and clothing bank type thing like that. So it's kind of hard for any community to push you out when you're doing
when you're donating and whatnot.
Right.
I mean, Al Capone built Chicago. I mean,
right.
It's a bad analogy. We're not anywhere near
well,
the
it's
Capone
still
thing. But
alcohol,
the point
prohibition type of thing, man. It's
Alcohol prohibition was proved to be insane, so.
We do also have a hemp bill that just got signed and looked over again, so that's really interesting, and those of you know who's responsible for that. So when you see that guy in public, give him a handshake and thank him for his efforts, because without people recognizing the hemp side of things, we can say that it's medical, we can say this and that, but then all the realistic hemp things go away and nobody pays attention anymore.
Get the industrial side of it all.
Soil taking over toxins out of the soil and whatnot. I don't know the scientific word for that, but taking the soil, cleaning it up, and then taking that dirty hemp and burning it off in a car into nothing, that's pretty genius. So, yeah, man. We've got Green Faith Ministries here.
greener than that, honestly.
What else is going on? Get a hold of me for Club 710 tomorrow. Don't plan anything tomorrow evening. This is going to be a blast. Colorado Springs. We're gonna get these things started and see how the city takes it and what we got to do it right from now on. Just like these guys are getting the church going down here for some of the same reasons. Do it right. Play by the rules. Proceed into the future. Kick the movement forward. That's what it's always all about for me. And I think pretty much everybody.
And it's fact, get the education out so that way we can change the minds of the generation that's been brainwashed.
You know, I will contribute something if I could.
Alright.
Next Wednesday, there is, keep your eye out for a protest up in Denver, an anti-marijuana protest from Edward Kennedy, from the Kennedys, which is kind of ironic. That they have all their drug problems and alcohol problems, but keep an eye out for that. We're not sure where it's going to be, but it is next Wednesday in Denver.
Okay, next Wednesday in Denver, there's a protest.
Pro-marijuana at the anti-marijuana protest.
Yes, we need to go up there. We need to go up there and, what's that, Westboro Baptist Church, these people, man.
Yeah, they are the Westboro Baptist Project Sam. Project Sam is smart approaches to marijuana, which is kind of also sort of newspeak, if you will.
Smart approaches to marijuana.
You'd
It's trying
think-
to sound like they're pro-marijuana.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Got a propagandic name even.
Keep your eye out for that.
Alright, next Wednesday, let's go protest the protest.
On Friday.
Be there or don't bitch when they persuade legislation. Because that's how they get into the legislator's door. They're there, we're not, they get a voice, we don't. So, if you're not there and you're not protesting, don't bitch because they get a voice and you don't.
Somewhere along the way, we lost the fact that we're the boss. They're the
That's a
employee.
fact.
So without going off on that for 20 minutes, just remember to show up to these things and voice your opinion because you are the boss. You make the memos. You set it on their desk and tell them, yo, that's the work report. So anyways, WPTV, J-Dub on YouTube. Subscribe, pass that around, tell all your friends because I like to have important people at my house doing important things. Oh yeah,
We're
and
not
dab.
important.
I love Colorado and I love you.
The plan is
Respectful, responsible